Now let's have a look how we record the transactions in the general ledger when we work with VAT. Now when we have a sale, we sold goods, when we sell something, you have learned that we always have 4 accounts. And if it's sold on credit, the accounts will be debtors control and sales, and trading stock and cost of sales. So that's nothing new. But now we read further. The goods are sold on credit to a debtor for 3,450 Rand, and the markup of 50% on cost is included, as well as the fact that this selling price of 3,450 includes my VAT. So the debtor will receive 10% discount for prompt payment. Let's just stop there. Let's record directly into the general ledger this transaction of this sale. Now firstly, we'll have to find out what is the amount of the sale without the VAT. So we do the calculation, 3,450 times 15 divided by 115 because it's VAT inclusive, and we find that the VAT amount is 450 Rand. If that's the case, then the sale is 3,000 and the VAT amount is 450. I record this in the debtors control, but I write sales 3,000 and I write VAT output 450, because that VAT amount is not money that belongs to the business. Let's do the contra accounts. We go to the sales account, and the sales will be on the credit side, debtors control, and the amount is just the 3,000. And the contra account for debtors control, where we work with the VAT output, is VAT output, and here is VAT output, and it's going to be on the credit side, debtors control, and the amount is 450. Now we still have to do the trading stock and the cost of sales side of it, and now we've got to work out what is the cost price of this 3,450. But the sale is 3,000, so we work with the 3,000 times the times the 100. 3,000 times the 100 divided by the 150, which gives me 3,000 times 100 divided by 150 gives me 2,000. Now that 2,000 Rand is the trading stock amount, which is always at cost price when we sell it. So 2,000, and the contra account is cost of sales. And in my cost of sales account, on the debit side, I have trading stock of 2,000. So did you notice that I worked with the 3,000 Rand, and from the 3,000 Rand I deducted the markup to get the cost price. I did not include the 450 of the VAT in the selling price when I calculated what the cost price was. So first deduct your VAT amount and then calculate your cost price. Now let's go further. The debtor will receive a 10% discount for prompt payment. And now, on the 28th, TK Traders received 3,105 in full settlement of his debt incurred on the 7th of March. So bank received 3,105. So we did receive the 3,105. That is from the debtor. So it's debtors control on the debit side of bank. And on the credit side of debtors control, I've got the bank amount of 3,105. But the instruction is, or the entry is, in full settlement. That means the 3,450 minus the 3,105 is 345 Rand. Now that 345 is not all discount allowed. Discount is allowed, but we have to work out what is the actual discount that was allowed and what is the VAT on that amount. And in this case, VAT output, because it's a customer. So the discount that was allowed is 345, and it includes my VAT. So times 15 divided by 115 gives me 45 Rand. So the VAT output is 45 Rand. The discount that was allowed then would be 300 Rand. And together, the 3,105 plus the 300 plus the 45 will give me my 3,450. Let's just double check. Plus 300 plus 45 gives me my 3,450. So it is now in full settlement of the account. So bank, we have it on the debit side of bank. Discount allowed. On the debit side of discount allowed, you're going to have your debtors control of 300 Rand. And then you have your VAT output of 45, but this time it's going to the debit side, debtors control 45. In the VAT output amount, we will now find the difference between the 450 and the 45, and the amount that's left in this VAT output account will then be transferred to the VAT control account, which we will get to in a later video when we deal with the VAT control account on its own, together with the VAT input and output accounts. So this is how this transaction takes place directly in the general ledger when we deal with VAT.